Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's plan to level and develop over there. If you haven't heard yet, Trump gave a press conference last night that made foreign policy experts all over the world collectively gasp and cringe multiple times during his statements, as he sketched out his plan for one of the most complex issues in all of foreign policy. It's been said that for every complex problem, there is an answer that is clear, simple, and wrong. Last night, we found out that this saying doesn't really cover the fact that the simple solution can be wrong in multiple ways. Trump laid out his plan for Gaza. Level it. That's a quote. He said he wanted the United States to take over the Gaza Strip. And before anybody tries to say he didn't really mean that, he said, quote, "We'll own it." He also said, quote, "I do see a long-term ownership position." From there, he said he wanted to level it, create an economic development, and was open to using U.S. troops on the ground to secure it. He also indicated that Palestinians shouldn't be there, at least not in the beginning. After the development is complete, he said it would be for the world's people, which would include some Palestinians. This plan is almost impossible to implement. If implemented, it would likely create a new version of the cycle of violence, and Trump's economic megacity would be a lightning rod for any non-state actor in the region that wanted to make a splash. It would likely stop Saudi-Israeli normalization efforts, probably in the peace treaty between Egypt and Israel, and it stands a pretty good chance of sparking a regional conflict. Is it a good idea? No. People are going to understandably make moral, ethical, and legal arguments about this. But this is foreign policy. Even when you strip all of that away, it's still a bad idea. It's worth going over some of the immediate reactions. Senator Thom Tillis, a fellow Republican, said, quote, "There's probably a couple of kinks in that slinky." He then went on to say, quote, "Obviously, it's not going to happen. I don't know under what circumstances it would make sense even for Israel." Another Republican Senator, John Cornyn, said, quote, "I don't really know what to make of that." Republican Senator Lindsey Graham said, quote, "We'll see what the Arab world says, but that'd be problematic at many, many levels." Those are his political allies. Senator Tim Kaine used the words deranged and nuts to describe it. Senator Coons, who is on the Foreign Relations Committee, literally face-palmed with both hands and then said, quote, "That's insane. I can't think of a place on earth that would welcome American troops less and where any positive outcome is less likely." Most of the regional players use diplomatic means to metaphorically raise a single finger in Trump's direction. While some of those responses are funny, this isn't really a laughing matter. This is not a plan likely to get off the ground, but that doesn't mean it's without consequence. It's important to remember that there are very delicate negotiations going on right now. Trump's statements might give the Palestinian side pause and derail those efforts. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.